What's going on, guys? Mark with Real Bucks Talk back again. I want to talk about the quarterback position. I mean, no one knows what it's going to be. Yes, Tom Brady's gone. Is it truly going to be Kyle Trask starting at quarterback, or is it potentially a guy like Drew Lock, who was with the Seattle Seahawks all of last year after the trade with Russell Wilson going to the Denver Broncos? A high pick. I mean, he's another second round pick, just like Kyle Trask is. He's got the size, 6'4", 228. He can move a little bit, has a cannon of an arm, but a lot of people are saying, no, don't be him. He's just trash. I mean, let's think about this. So he was 4-1 when he first got his opportunity with the Broncos. Then he shows, I guess, who he is. Second year is usually the worst year for quarterbacks because they're trying to get to understanding his system, but then also the defenses know the tendencies of this guy. So he had a bad second year, yes. And then his third year, let's just get rid of him and let's move on. And then last year with Seattle, sitting the bench behind Geno Smith, who took over and became, I guess, comeback player of the year. And that was due to who was it? Dave Canales, who was QB's coach. And where was Dave Canales as well in this quarterback room as well? So you look into where was Locke? Locke was usually the last Seahawk left on practice field during 2020 season. And third string, Sean Mannion spent half an hour throwing every pass in the coach's script for that day's practice, often to Canales and other assistants. So Canales was there. So if we do sign Drew Lock, I would say it's because Canales knows something. Or it could be just that Canales says this guy can bring in the system easier to Kyle Trask or some other said quarterback. It doesn't necessarily have to be either Kyle Trask 100% or Drew Lock 100%. I mean, this could be just I guess, a transition phase into what about the next guy? Because there's so much talent right now in the quarterback positioning, and so many people think they're just trash. I mean, Trey Lance has an opportunity. Zach Wilson was a top 5 pick, and now he's just trash. You can probably get him for pennies, and people think he's just nothing. Look at what the Seattle Seahawks did with bringing up Geno Smith. He came back from, oh, he's washed up, he's trash, override him. This is going to be a mistake for you guys to even see him. And look what he comes out. And now he's like a Pro Bowler and potential franchise guy for the Seattle Seahawks because of the system that they ran. They didn't force anything. They made it easier on their quarterback. And also, I want to talk on this dude right here, Brad Idzik. Another huge reason why probably if you get Drew Lock is because this guy knows what he's talking about too. Because look what Dave Canales said, often to Canales and other assistants. And what did Mr. Dave Canales have to say about Brad Idzik? Let's go over to him and let's see what he has to say.
Thing that I'll say about Brad, there's two reasons really why I had to have Brad. Number one, you look outside after any practice, he's out there with somebody working, or two or three guys. He was always that safety net, just kind of catching guys. You know, if you have 12 guys in a receiver room, he's working with the bottom half. If we brought a free agent in who needed help transitioning into a new system, Brad's right there early. Afterwards, here's the plan. Here's how we package these things. Here's how to block this guy right there. And that's going to be really important with Mike and with Chris, for him to be the bridge for those guys into this new system.
Yeah, so it's all about transitioning guys into this new system. Thank you, Dave. But also, that's funny. Um, it's all about the system that is generating opportunities for the quarterback just to get the ball out. He made a point of saying quarterback has to be like a point guard in basketball. Just distribute the ball and to get it in the hands of playmakers. Get rid of the ham, right? Get away from the Bears chasing after you. Throw the ham to the playmakers and let them do their thing. That's all Tom Brady did. You don't have to be this elite level playmaking ability type of quarterback. Drew Lock isn't necessarily that. Geno Smith necessarily is not that either. They just have a little bit of wiggle room. It's drawing it up so the defense is harder to identify what's going on. I loved his quotes of simple in concept, difficult in delivery, right? So, I mean, the defense is going to have to read. They're read and react. They're reactionary. The offense knows what's going on. If you can trick them just a little bit, one misstep, you get an opportunity. And that's something where quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, can actually benefit from stuff like this. And to pigeonhole a guy saying that they're no good already after 1.5 years of production. I mean, plus injury riddled, that's another concern. You got to be at best abilities, availability. But my thing is, if Drew Lock ends up being a Buccaneer, it's probably because of guys like Dave Canales and Brad Idzik noticing something. And what better opportunity is there than Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now? There's no true starting quarterback. Do I want it to be Kyle Trask? Yeah. He's a homegrown product and a guy that has prototypical size, understands the players that's around him. He has never had an opportunity to play with the ones. I want to see that, but healthy competition will only make things better. And to have a better starting quarterback, I truly would want that. And Drew Lock went to Seattle probably thinking, oh, I've got this. Geno Smith was trash. And now look, Geno Smith is a Pro Bowler about to make some big money. So I don't know. Let's see if Drew Lock is even a Buccaneer or potentially they go out and find some other guy. But the fact that Brad Idzik is that vital to this coaching staff, I think it truly is. He was the first guy I hired probably the day after we hired Dave Canales. So I think it's huge. And if we do get Drew Lock, that'd be pretty impressive just to actually bring that playbook over here with him. It'd be a faster transition, but it could also be fire in the ass of Kyle Trask, and he could actually, let's see, iron sharpens iron. Who wins that race for starting quarterback? Other than that, guys, let me know down below. Do you want Drew Lock here? Do you want Kyle Trask to start? Do you want them to go trading after someone else? Because clearly this system is catered to the quarterback and will help a quarterback thrive. So let me know what you guys think. And if there's a quarterback, who the heck do you want? What other guy do you want to trade or draft one? Do you trade up? That's a whole other conversation we will talk about in our following up live streams. But guys, let us know down below what you think. And with that said, until the next one.